And a pleasant good morning to everybody here
Wow.
in YouTube land watching the Britain Sports Network. Jim Bellamy and Jim Funderburg pleased to join you for a rare 10 a.m. first serve as the third place matchup for the MIAA postseason volleyball tournament gets ready to tip off. Jim, the Alma Scots come to town, come to the Kresge Gymnasium to take on the Albion Britons in what should be sure to be another exciting matchup. Last time these two teams played, it was a pretty good matchup.
It was a five-setter last time we got together and called this game. The only difference was it was an evening game. Jim, it was a 7 o'clock game instead of 10 o'clock in the morning, and you do kind of wonder how that will affect the play this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. 10 o'clock in the morning, a rarity for us at least in terms of calling the game. Now, I know they've had some tri-meets and things like that historically in the past where they've had some early first serves. As we get the first beach ball sighting on the shore there, it's good to be with you, Jim, at the beach today. You can't ask for much better weather than what we have.
Well, it's good to have you back in too, Jimmy, and I'm glad you're feeling better and back with us here. And this young kid kicked this over here a little while ago and came back to get his ball, and I said, nope, you know what? What'd your mom tell you? If you don't hang on to it, if you kick it over there amongst those mean old men over there doing that volleyball game, it may not come back. And there it is.
Possession is 9/10 of the law in this case, and now that beach ball is ours.
That's exactly it. How's that?
Let's throw up on the screen the brackets for the MIAA tournament, and you can see that number one Calvin had the bye. And you can kind of see how the Britons started off strong against Adrian, but then kind of ran into buzzsaw. Both teams did. Alma and Albion ran into buzzsaws against the number one and number two seeds, Jim.
Well, I think we were talking before we came on the air right now. It does show you where the volleyball in the MIAA is right now. It is Calvin and Hope, and then everybody else working real hard every year trying to get better and get back up into that level. And I think with the way things have progressed, especially with the two teams we're going to watch today, they're getting closer. There's no doubt about that. If you take a look at the games that they played against these two top seeds, they played them tough. They played them hard. They didn't back down at all. It's a matter of talent like in anything else. You need a couple more players here or there that you don't have that Hope or that Calvin does.
And let's take a quick look back at those two semifinal matchups, Jim. First, Alma had to travel to Calvin to take on the number one seed Calvin Knights, and they fell in three straight, 25-18, 25-14, and that third set, 30-28. So Alma stretched them about as far as they could stretch them, but Calvin just too tough.
Yeah, they really are. But take a look at that. There's a team that goes three sets with the number one seed in the conference, and after losing 25-18 and 25-14, they have enough gumption to stay in there and just battle them hard for that third set, trying to get it to that fourth one, trying to get it to that fifth one, and that's pretty much what we saw out of Alma when they came to town the last time. For the Brits, they lost to Hope in three sets as well, but a little different story. They played them extremely tough, 25-23, 29-25, and then 25-15. Chloe Weber with 10 kills, 13.5 points. Kaylin Nicholson had, and also Janet Corey, both with 8 digs that night, and Grace Van Doren with 12 assists. Brits hit 101, Hope hit 283. Brits had 20 errors, Hope only 8, or 14. And when you take a look at only 20 errors in a night, now you're starting to get to that level where you are competing with the Hopes and the Calvins, and that is a big reason why teams lose to them, is because they do make some mistakes against the big guys, and the Brits did a nice job. Just couldn't pull that one off.
And I should point out in that Alma-Calvin matchup, Sarah Marley led the Scots with 20 kills. Mykowski had 4 blocks, and Bailey Cantrell had 13 digs. So, kills was not a problem. Hitting percentage was the problem for Alma. They were only hitting .076, had 4 blocks on the night, 49 digs compared to 56 for Calvin. Both teams served 5 aces. So they got it done, especially in terms of kills. Their big hitter, Sarah Marley, certainly left it all out on the floor that night. But it just goes to show how tough these top two teams are in the MIAA.
Oh, they are. Well, you take a look at those numbers. Calvin had 49 kills compared to 32 kills for Alma. They had 13 errors compared to 23 errors for Alma. When you take a look at those numbers, almost every time you look at an error, you're looking at a point. And if you take those 10 errors away and you apply them to the points on these losses that they had, you might have a win in one of those sets, maybe very close in a second one, and you're really in that contest. But again, there's a reason why Calvin's number one. There's a reason why Hope's number two, and the reason why these two teams are playing now for that third and fourth spot in the conference tournament this year.
And as you can see in the lower left corner of your screen, Adrian at number 6 is alone in that Game 9 situation. So they have already clinched 7th place, and that's because we had one team not participating in this postseason tournament, Jim, as you pointed out earlier today.
Yeah, Olivet decided to pull out. I think Olivet, and I don't know this to be the case, but I do know they had some issues with COVID and all with the football team, and that was part of their decision to get out. And I'm not sure whether they had that same situation with the volleyball team or not. But this has been a weird year, and I think the one thing we can all agree to is it is so nice to be able to have this one about to be in the rearview mirror, however it ends.
And we also have some congratulations, belated as they may be, congratulations to pass on to Coach Kristen Slammer to St. Alban, earned her 100th victory in a sweep over Adrian recently, and we apologize for not catching that during that broadcast, but that's a significant achievement for the Brits.
That is a significant achievement for the coach, and it's great to have her. You know, you go all the way back to 2012 when she got started, and this team was 2-24 that year and 0-16 in the conference. The last 5 years have been a huge turnaround for Coach, and she does a wonderful job. And you know what? This is not the only thing that she has her name in the record book for. You know, Coach D. St. Alban is also the number 5 best digger in this team's history, and also number 7 in double doubles. Obviously, her sister Sarah was considered to be maybe a little bit better player than she was, but doggone it, anytime you get in the record books, you're doing extremely well. And now as a coach, I would bet you're going to see 200 wins and 300 wins and who knows how many before Kristen's done coaching here in Albion.
Yep, Coach is definitely putting the team on an excellent path to success, and it's been sustained success. We've been enjoying the volleyball for the past few seasons, and the team just seems to keep getting better and better, Jim.
You know, part of it is you get better and better because you get better and better players in with you. You're able to recruit those players here, and obviously they do a good job with that. 3 seniors are going to lose today are kind of very much indicative of that statement. Grace Van Dorn, who is going to end up the number 2 assist leader in school's history. And the only reason she's going to end up number 2 is because we had a shortened season this year. She's only 45 assists away right now from passing Amy Milligan. And unless she has just an unbelievable game today, okay, she's going to end up at number 2. She's already number 1 in double doubles. Kate Winter, 2019 All-MIAA, who was the most valuable player for the Brits last year as well. And Cameron Haley, who basically came into this team with a debut in her very first game with 7 service aces in a 3-set victory over Wilmington College. She was a Kellogg Community College graduate transfer back in 2018. And there you take a look at some of the leaders around the conference, Jim, for volleyball players, and several of them right here on this floor today.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the bright spots, you see Chloe Weber's name highlighted in 3 different categories there. She's a junior.
Yes.
So you talk about a player who has instant and long-lasting impact on the team. You're going to get another season out of Miss Weber. You see that Marley leads the conference with 4.44 kills per set, but Chloe Weber's right there at 3.7. Kills total, 173 for Marley in second place to Munger from Trine. Weber's right there at 114. And hitting percentage, you don't get any better than 415 in this conference right now, and that's above Calvin and Hope players.
Yeah.
So consistency also another avenue for Chloe Weber to make an impact not only today but next season as well.
And again, the one thing I will point out right now, because we found that out with the football team, because of the season, all of these athletes have that opportunity to come back and play again next year. So I guess we can't rule any of these seniors out right now because I don't have that officially from the coaching staff or the school. Maybe there is a player or two that's going to come back. The neat thing about this is if you are a fall sport player, and now we're playing in spring, okay, you could really come back for just one quarter and graduate and leave after that one if you wanted to come back one more year. It's going to cost a little money to do that, but who knows? You never can tell. But as far as we know, 3 seniors will play their last volleyball game today for the Albion Britons, and it's been a whole lot of fun watching.
We get ready for first service here. Again, this is for 3rd place in the MIAA postseason volleyball tournament. Albion hosting Alma. Jim and Jim on a Saturday morning bringing you some volleyball action.
Ken says he has audio from the gym right now, he thinks, or it's going through his head. That's good. We'd love to have a little audio going with from the gym as well. That's one of the things we have missed.
First point goes to Alma on serve. Nice kill right there by Mackenzie Smith for that first point.
Well, we do know this. I mean, these two teams are very equally matched. It was a matter of being a little more efficient for the Brits the last time they played to one another to be able to win that 5-set match that they had last time. And if Alma can cut down on some of the mistakes today, it could go their way today.
Alexander goes long on the kill attempt, makes it 2-0. Good serve. That one's tipped long. So that one is a result of the tip. That's a good kill for the Brits as Olivia Alexander makes up for that attack error on the last point by getting the kill this time, and now makes it 2-1. Britain's back on serve.
And don't forget, you can talk to us this morning if you were up and enjoying a cup of coffee or whatever at webcast@albion.edu. Love to take your comments and acknowledge the fact that you're out there and watching the game with us here this morning.
There's Kate Winter with the near side kill right there. A little bit too hot to handle for the Scots. Draws them even at 2 apiece. Hits the net, goes over. Winter again takes something off that one. And that was a nice kill back towards the end line right there.
They work that ball. Oftentimes the Brits love to work from side to side. They love to work down in the corners on the front. And then every now and then they'll sneak it back in the middle on you when you're kind of leaning one direction or the other.
Alexander goes long on the serve right there, draws him back even at 3. And again, webcast@albion.edu is how you reach us this morning.
A little bit of a crowd there on hand at the Kresge Center this morning, and it does look like we have members of the Albion cheerleaders, I think, sitting down that front row, possibly there, and then some students right behind them, all dressed in the purple and gold.
And the Scots give one right back on the service error right there by Mikowski. So well, Ashlyn Mikowski hits that one right into the net, Jim.
If again we go right back to it again, attack errors. That's the second one now. Well, that's the first one now for the Scots here on the morning. 22 now for the 2 now for the Britons.
Good block, good tandem block right there. Winner's part of that one. Putting that one right back over.
When you watch that in slow motion, it's really fun because you can see they know where that ball's coming on that front line, and they kind of loaded up and got ready for that block.
Deep kill right there, and that one hits the end line. That one's good. 6-4 Britons early here, set number 1, best of 5. Soft serve coming over. Good tandem block effort right there by the Brits, but unfortunately that one was deflected out and unable to handle. Dykstra checks in for the Scots.
Marley gets credited for the kill on that one.
That one goes out on the kill attempt. Might have been Weber right there. That draws them even at 6. And that one was just a mishandled ball by the Scots right there. You have the yips sometimes, Jim.
Well, then maybe at 10 o'clock in the morning, everybody needs another cup of coffee, you know?
Yeah.
You wondered about the motivation for this one, playing for 3rd and 4th. It looks like both these two teams are awake and playing some volleyball.
That's a good thing. Possibly have another 5-setter on our hands.
Ava Smith went down to the floor to try to dig that one out, but that one placed perfectly right in front of her.
Mackenzie Smith, no relation, checks in for the Scots on the other side. 7 apiece. Wow, that was a difficult ball right there for the Brits, but they were able to scramble and get that point over, and a good kill.
And that was Mackenzie Smith that saw that ball coming at her and couldn't handle it.
Nicholson gets credit for the kill, and that makes it 8-7 Brits on serve. This one's going to be a tough over. Oh, nice play right there. Again, scramble point. Well, the Scots are playing some tough defense. Take 5-6 shots to get that one over, as long as we get it over the net.
Bailey Cantrell, who has done a wonderful job this year, digging that ball out. You can just see she's laying there on her stomach. The play's pretty much over, and their instinct was to knock that ball back up in the air.
I'm going to get that ball over. I don't care how many hits it takes. That one goes off the rafters up top, and it ends up as a point for the Brits. Good reaction right there. I think that might have been Weber. Chloe Weber does get credit for the kill. That serve, unfortunately, goes a little bit long.
All right, Weeki Waki is checking in again here today, man. They checked in the other night, too.
And we confirm that's a real town.
That is a real town. Weeki Waki checking in. Let's go, Albion. Number 18, Nicholson. Love Uncle Bobby. And, in fact, I think we got pictures there the other day from Uncle Bobby to prove that we weren't the only ones on a beach the other day. How's that?
Yeah, I always appreciate. I was from home. I was following along with some of those emails, and I heard the comment about, the witness protection program and not being sure if that was a legitimate town or not. So then I saw something about like a wiki page for Wikiwachi.
Yep.
And it talked about the county it was in and the population and all that kind of stuff. That's good stuff.
So we're still not sure whether Uncle Bobby's in the witness protection agency business or not right now, but I wouldn't think he'd be texting us right now or emailing us right now if indeed there was somebody maybe looking for him. So,
and he wouldn't be volunteering that info in all likelihood.
I think so. I think he's safely retired in Florida or enjoying Florida weather just because he's smarter than we are.
Just loving life.
That's it.
11-10 Britons. Good scramble by the Brits to get that one back over. And a nice job of taking something off that kill right there. That was Mikowski again. You see her take something off that hit right there.
Sometimes you go up and pound them. Sometimes it's a little better just to tip them over the cords there.
Brits now even. Man, there's Marley coming from the center of the court, hitting that one towards the end line. That's said it was good.
That is a tough shot right there. When you're that deep and you definitely have the blockers going up, knowing it's coming over that net, be able to place that one the way that she did is pretty remarkable. And Alma now back up on top 12-11.
So excellent job early by both teams. take a look at some early stats. 16 attacks for the Brits compared to 14 for the Scots. 8 kills for the Brits to 5 for the Scots. Both teams very offensive-minded, and that is playing itself out on the hitting percentage, Jim. 286 for the Scots, 250 for the Brits. Pretty good so far. Both teams doing decent with assists. Brits have 3 servicers, so they've given 3 points back to the Scots, which is kind of what's kept them in it in this first game.
No doubt, and I'll tell you, the hitting percentage that you're talking about right now for Alma, if you go back the last time, Alma hit in the games, in those 5 games, from a -32 to a 292 in that evening that we did that 5-setter. So at this point in time, off to a much better job if you're an Alma Scots fan out there.
So both teams doing a pretty good job so far. It's the unforced errors that they both need to fix. So the Brits, if you look at, again, attack errors 4-1 and service errors 3-1, that's 7 total points of giveaways compared to 2 points given away by the Scots.
Good job by the Brits. I'll tell you what, the Lady Scots thought that was coming back with a lot of mustard on it. And a nice little dink to the floor for Cameron Haley.
That was right up the line, right on the line. Allows the Brits to draw even. Let's see if they can put a few more on the board after that timeout by coach. Scramble point going over. Kate Winter has that one. The kill was deflected, and then it went out, so the kill goes to Kate Winter. Coming at you from near side, right up the line.
Nice deception, I think, that time by Albion. That looked like, for all intents, that it was going to go right back to the middle, and the nice little tip to the right side, and Winter put it away.
Unfortunately, the service error gives it right back, so just as the Brits put a nice 2-point run together, they give one right back, and we're drawing even again at 13.
Well, did we expect it to be anything different than this, Jim? These two teams just battled it out for 5 the last time we saw them. Had to believe that today was going to be pretty similar.
This is going to be a good matchup. Ball handling error right there. Gives the Scots the point.
Tournament wraps up here today, and it's kind of interesting the way that this is all playing out. We have this game here at 10. The championship game is actually at 3 o'clock this afternoon between Hope and Calvin. And Kalamazoo and Trine will play at 7 o'clock tonight in the other consolation game.
Was a kill by the Scots to give them a 2-point edge. Actually give the attack error right there to Hepner. So 15-13 Scots on serve, up 2 here in set number 1. Block.
I think she kind of threw that one. If you watch that again, as you see the way their hand came, they gave the point to the Brits because that was actually a catch and throw more than it was a hit.
Yep, that was Marley on that, we'll call it a bad set, but you're right. I think that was like a little catch and throw.
I think Thunder Dan would have been happy to be able to make a pass like that one back in the day for the Suns.
Nice soft touch right there by Kate Winter. Everybody thinks she's going to bring the heat. Just a quiet little put over the net.
Mikowski went up waiting for that big hit, and the next thing you know, it just slid on by her.
Low serve. There's a kill right back by Marley.
Look at this. Boom.
Force that right leg to go up in the air.
When it's coming that hard, man, you just try to slow it down with any part of your body that you can, you know?
Whoa, nice deep kill right there by the Brits. Kaylin Nicholson. Put it where they're not, Jim.
There you go. Sending that one down to Florida there for you. How's that?
Good deep serve. But Good kill coming right back at you by the Scots as they claim that 1-point lead. That was Libby Fisher on the kill.
Weber trying to get up there and block that just a little bit too late.
Good matchup. Pretty much what we expected between these two teams, 17-16 in set number 1. Nice tandem block right there by Winter and Weber. You see the wall. Well done. Brits back on serve, tied at 17. Webcast at albion.edu is how you get hold of us today.
And then actually move this over. Here we go. Kelsey Gustafson chiming in here this morning. Very honored to play with those 3 seniors, Kate, Grace, and Cam throughout my career at Albion. Going to miss watching them play, but wishing them well in their future endeavors. Go Brits. Kelsey Gustafson, Albion College, class of 20. So good to have you out there.
I remember that name very well.
I do too. Webcast at albion.edu. Let us know where you're at. What's going on? I know it's early.
Yeah, let us know what you had for breakfast today.
Heck yeah. The breakfast bar here was wonderful at the hotel this morning. It's a shame before we went out on the beach, you know, it was really good.
5 stars.
Yes.
Highly recommend.
Well, when you're working with Richard Productions, man, there's nothing second class about his organization, you know?
That's a fair point.
It really is top notch, top to bottom. That's the way it works.
What was your favorite thing you had this morning?
I
like the fresh fruit assortment.
That was really good, but those, you know, I'll tell you what, they had a lot of pastries. You know, I'm a sweet kind of guy, and the chef there obviously is a good baker. And then all of the, you know, bacon. There was bacon stacked as high as you know, as you couldn't see over it. You know.
Yeah, I tried not to overindulge.
Yeah, you know.
We get a timeout on the floor by the Scots. They want to talk about bacon probably too.
They probably do. Well, again, when you get to this point, when it's 2018, you really don't want to let a point get away. Down 2.
No, it's a critical juncture in the first set. 2018. Of course, you're going to 25 here in set number 1, and the way these two teams match up, a nice 2-3-point run isn't out of the question for the Scots, but also the Britons putting a quick 5-point run together to seal away set number 1 isn't out of the question either.
Again, you see it's a little cloudy here today on the beach. It looks like maybe we might have a little rain this afternoon. Hopefully not.
Yeah, hopefully not.
I've been working on my tan here, and I really could use a little more time on that beach blanket this afternoon. So when I get back.
Well, there's Northwest Ohio weather for you.
There you go.
Changes on a dime.
Thank goodness we're not around there today. How's that, huh?
Yeah, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. Something new will happen.
Well,
you're right. Thank goodness we're on the beach, though.
Yeah, it's a good for us. Sorry, anybody else that's not out there in Florida like we are, and Uncle Bobby. You know. Well, it's going to be interesting right now because the Brits up by 2. Love to be able to stretch this out for a 25-18 win and put that first set in the W column here.
Nice scramble by the Scots. Boy, both teams have thought that they've clinched this point a few times as that hit goes out. Nice. Great effort right there.
I'll tell you what. There is a reason why you have Bailey Cantrell sitting at the top there of the MIAA in digs.
Yeah, she's selling out for it too. You love to see that. Service ace by the Brits by Nicholson. Taking something off that one coming over. Both teams are. Nice pass right there by Smith. Setting up the kill by Alexander, and we're 2 points away, and the Scots are going to have to call another timeout here, Jim.
Well, just exactly what we said, a 3-point run there for the Britons, and we're hoping it's 5-0 and make it 25-18, obviously. But you're going to have to sit down and talk if you're Madison Smith with your team right now. Smith, a 17 graduate of Alma. in her second season now with the Alma Scots. And right at this point in time, we know what kind of battle you're going to have. Each and every one of these sets and each and every one of these points is very critical, very important. It went 5 last time we got together. Could very easily go 5 this time. But you'd love to get that first one if you're on the road like they did the last time they came to the Kresge.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Getting that first set win, not that it necessarily guarantees future results or anything like that, but having that first one in your pocket allows you to maybe play a little more aggressively in set number 2. And then, you know, sometimes that's how these 5-set matchups end up kind of spiraling out of control.
Well, we got our first Alma viewer here right now. Jimmy Go Scots, Linda Smith, who is number 19, Lena Smith's mom, and she's watching from Charlevoix, one of my favorite cities in Michigan. Go Scots, she says.
Beautiful area.
Yeah, it really is. It was on Lake Walloon last year. How's that? Which is right around the corner from that whole area. And Charlevoix, the art fair there. Been to the art fair several times there with the boss, who used to show in that exhibit quite a bit. So Charlevoix, one of our favorite cities in the country. You know, they draw lines on that floor, Jimmy, but boy, this game sure is played outside those lines a lot, isn't it?
Set point here for the Brits. There it is. Chloe Weber takes care of business to conclude set number 1. Watch this set. Going cross court, right on the line. Gorgeous.
All right, so the Brits wrap up and take care of business. And how much do you think Coach talked a little bit to the ladies here this morning about the last time we got together and they got off to a fast start and we were down 1-0? This is our home floor. This is the MIAA. We need to get off to that fast start, and they did exactly that here this morning.
Yeah, usually when a team calls a timeout, and Scott's called, I think, 3 timeouts in that first set. Usually a team that calls the timeout will come out and they'll put a nice couple-point run together they figure things out. And so that's what I anticipated happening out of those timeouts by the Scots. But, man, every time the Scots called a timeout, it seemed like the Brits had an answer out of that timeout. It's not like the other team, when one team calls a timeout, it's not like the other team's just sitting there just waiting for something to happen. I mean, they're putting a great plan together, too.
Yeah.
And Coach Slammer de St. Alban did an excellent job motivating the ladies in that first set. They came out of all those timeouts on fire.
Well, look at that. The 2 attack numbers pretty close, but the kills 17-8 for the Brits. The attack errors, actually, the Brits had 3 more attack errors than the Scots did, but hitting percentage almost double. Assists doubled and +1 service, only 1 service ace, which is kind of unusual. And then the Brits kind of had 4 service errors, which is unusual for them. But who was on the floor? Everybody was on the floor in that first one. 17 digs for the Brits, 9 for the Scots. So Brits really, I think, just wanted a little bit more in that first set, and we'll see if they can continue on here and maybe make this an early exit here today. We'll be out on the road quickly here today. How's that?
It's very possible. I mean, these evenly matched up teams, you know, you could easily see it go 5 sets, or because of the familiarity you have and the fact that you're so evenly matched, you know, sometimes you lose that first set and then everything kind of just snowballs from there. And the Britons don't want to get too confident with that first set victory. You know, they still have a lot of road work to do, but they have to be feeling good with that first set in pocket. Now getting ready to come out leading 1-0, looking to really put a steep hole for the Scots.
And we need at least enough time so that my breakfast can settle before I hit the water, because my mom always taught me that I needed to wait at least an hour before I get in the water here at the beach. So it needs to go at least 3 right now so that I have enough time for this large breakfast to be dealt with. All right, I do have some more here. How's that?
Go for it.
I've got, let's see, I love watching these ladies. I also love how far Division III volleyball has come and what Coach Slammer de St. Alban has done with the program. Go Brits. Dina Rank-Schreiber, Albion Volleyball 91-94. Darn, that sounds old. Well, Dina, here you go. If you knew when I came out of college, you will feel like a kid right now. So let me help you with that one. But it is, I know what you're saying. It does sound old even though you're just a youngster. Trust me, you're just a youngster. Melinda Brenz also, Mariah Brenz's family is watching from St. Louis volleyball tournament for her younger sister. So there you go. They've got one game going on the on the iPad, and the other one is live and in person. Let's go, Brits. Kind regards, Melinda Brenz, Regional Account Executive. How's that?
All right.
For Infala Roof Systems. So if you're looking for a roof, man, we can help you with that if you live around the Auburn Hills, Michigan area.
Well, she can help you with that.
Well, she can help you with that. How's that?
I can't help you with that.
Well, we can put you on, and I would expect.
I can put you in touch with an expert who can.
We can, and maybe there'll be a commission involved for us, Jim, if we plug it enough. How's that, huh?
Works for me.
Good to have the Brenzes out there today.
Quick 2 points for the Brits. Back on the attack for point number 3. Up good defense by the Scots. Nice soft touch right there. I think that was Mackenzie Smith putting that one away, going cross court.
You know, we talked a little bit about what is this game going to mean today. I mean, what really does it matter if you're third or you're fourth in the conference on the COVID year? You know, I don't know that there's a lot of importance to that other than the mindset that you're going to have, other than the idea that I want it a little more than you do. And that's what keeps Calvin and Hope on top at times. They just want it a little more than everybody else. They've got some talent, there's no doubt. But the team that walks out there and every night says, I just want this one a little more than you do, and I'm going to play a little harder than you are, oftentimes ends up being the one on top of the heap.
And you learn a lot about your players when you, and this isn't an adversity situation, so you know, I don't want to suggest that, but you learn a lot about your players in adverse situations. You know, you're not in the championship matchup today. You're in essentially the consolation matchup.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, so that's a little bit of an adverse. You're feeling a little bit down that you didn't have a chance to play in the conference championship. So there's a little bit of adversity there. So you learn a lot about the character of the team and the individual players. There's a nice tandem block right into that soft spot of the defense. You learn a lot about the character of the players and the team when you see a matchup like what you're seeing today.
Yeah, and then you put them out there at 10 o'clock in the morning.
There's a little bit of adversity, too, for sure.
Heck, yeah. Well, you got to figure Alma, you know, the ladies from Alma were up early this morning, I'm sure.
Had to make the travel over.
Yeah, had to drive down and be part of this here today. So their morning started a lot earlier than what it probably normally will on a Saturday morning.
For sure. Marley on the kill on that last point, but the service error gives it right back. So no sooner do you enjoy that 1 point swing than you back to net zero with the service error.
There's Mariah Brenz checking in there, mom and dad, back on the floor, along with our friend Ava Smith.
Ava usually checks in for service, good deep serve. That one deep into the zone. And that one goes out. So attack error on the set right there. Just pushed it a little bit too far to the back corner.
And again, webcast at albion.edu if you'd like to send us an email here today, webcast at albion.edu. And you can say whatever you'd like to say. It's been a fun year, even though it's been an unusual year, and we can't wait till next year when hopefully everything that we do at the Kresge will be at the Kresge.
And the fall sports will be played in the fall.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
We have the fall spring sports happening in the spring from the fall. It makes perfect sense if you don't think too much about it.
Well, as we said last week at the football game, how often are you honestly going to get a chance to do a football game and announce baseball and softball scores at the same time?
Very true.
Hopefully never, ever, ever again. How's that? Let's put it that way.
Brits on serve up 8-3. They're rolling here in set number 2. Nice block. And everything's clicking right now for Coach Slammer de St. Alban.
You know, I'll tell you, this is a team that has really shown an awful lot to me this year. I think they're playing extremely well. And again, we didn't get a chance and didn't watch that game versus Hope the other night, but it was a close contest for all 3 sets. It's not like you're playing, against one of the top 20 teams in the country, and you're just getting blown out. That was a match for both these teams when they went against Calvin and for Hope. So these two squads are getting better, and maybe next year, in just a few months from now, this could be a very intriguing fall 2021 championship race.
Excellent job there by Brenz, getting that one over into the empty area. Ball handling error right there by the Scots. So service ace goes to Weber. Weber's still on serve. Brits rolling up 11-4.
Wow, this is something I didn't see, but I guess maybe you win that first set and you've got a little momentum going. Now, the one thing that you don't want to do right now, because I don't think the Scots are going to be the type of team that's just going to roll over and play dead for the rest of the way out. If you allow them back in and allow them to win this set, you might have a dogfight on your hands at that point in time. But it just as likely, if you win this one, maybe things will wrap up in 3 this morning.
There's a kill by Olivia Alexander. Makes it 12-5.
Ava off, Kate Winter comes back in, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Brits back on serve, up comfortably here in set 2. Good dig, good set, good kill. They're rolling right now. Olivia Alexander.
Here's an interesting one, Jimmy, that just came in. This is a fun one. Haley Gitry, I believe is her name, G-I-T-R-E, watching from St. Louis, Missouri, where I'm working the Windy City Qualifier Volleyball Tournament. So excited for Coach Slamber de St. Alban with her 100 wins. I was a part of the team for win number 1. What an amazing coach and what an amazing team. Go Brits, class of 2014. There you go. Haley, great to hear, and great to hear from you. So we really appreciate you being out there today.
2 straight service aces by Megan Greenup have drawn the Brits, have drawn the Scots closer. It's now 12-8. She's going cross court on these serves, and they're kind of low line drives. Better received that time. But that kill goes long. The attack error by Kaylin Nicholson.
Well, just as we said, you don't want to lose your focus right now. You had a nice big cushion there a minute ago. And all of a sudden now, the Scots are eating into that lead.
But the service error gives it right back for the Brits. So that puts a stop to that nice run for the Scots, but the Scots were able to draw a lot closer. It's now 13-9 Albion on serve. Took something off that one.
A minute ago it was 12 to 5, so they had a 7-point cushion that has been cut down to 4.
You see Mackenzie Smith right there take something off that one.
And
just
now
over
3.
the outstretched hands of the block. You're right, 13-10. A lot closer than the Brits would like it, I think. They'd like that 6-7 point edge. Nice block right back in your face. Well done.
Jess Hepner getting up there. I'll tell you what, that is difficult. The 6'1" sophomore out of Davisburg, Michigan, middle blocker, and boy, I'll tell you what, she earned her keep right there.
That one goes out. Kate Winter trying to use the right hand on that one. Hits it just wide. Don't see that very often, Jim.
No,
Kate
you
usually
don't.
Uses that big left hand.
Well,
you have to keep them guessing, though.
When she does, man, it normally doesn't come back.
That one does come back, though. Excellent block by Sarah Marley.
Well, unless you're blocking it, hitting it towards Sarah Marley, because Sarah been very impressed with that young lady, too.
Tremendous athlete. Tremendous athlete. Marley with another kill right there.
Webcast at albion.edu if you want to talk to us today. Webcast at albion.edu. Let us know what you think of the consolation game here for the third place finish in the MIAA this year. Brits on top 1 set to love right now, but only up by a point now after being up by 7 early. As the Scots are battling their way back in.
We'll take a look at some stats real quick. Still 51 attacks for the Brits to 47 for the Scots. Brits comfortably up in kills, 22-15, but those attack errors still loom large, Jim. 10 attack errors for the Brits, only 6 for the Scots. Hitting percentage pretty decent for both squads. Brits doing a good job on the assists. Service aces, all of a sudden, those two by Greenup put the Scots on the board. Service errors, though, again, that's you look at those two, you add up the attack errors and the service errors, that's 14 right there that the Brits are giving away.
Yeah.
3 total blocks for the Brits compared to 1 for the Scots. Block assists, 6 assists helpers for the Brits. Looking at some individual stats real quick. 7 total points for Sarah Marley, 4 total points for Mackenzie Smith, Libby Fisher with 2, Megan Greenup with 2 on those 2 service aces. And we'll scroll down to the Brits real quick. 8 points for Chloe Weber, 7 for Olivia Alexander. Kate Winter has 6. Kaylin Nicholson has 5.5, and a lot of those come on the assists.
Sorry about that, Jimmy. Ricardo was checking in on webcast.edu, wanting to know how many umbrellas and chairs we're going to need down on the beach here later on today. So
I appreciate that.
I had to, take care of a little business here on the side.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. That's customer service.
Yeah.
That's what we've come to expect from this 5-star resort.
Yes, no doubt. Is the entire Richer entourage coming down with us again today? I asked for that, like I did, 3 umbrellas and 27 chairs, like we normally do, because they're.
Is that in your rider?
Yeah. Well, for you and me, we only need 2 chairs. But when Kenny comes down, he's got that entire.
That's true.
He's got the crew that comes with him there.
The theme song and everything.
They do. They got the boom boxes going on the beach. They told them to turn it down a little bit yesterday because.
How can I experience my zen when I have such loud music playing?
And the Brits find themselves down 1 right now, Jim, in this second set after a quick start. We can see the Scots just starting to play a little better volleyball now. They're spreading out better, covering the area a little bit better, even though they lost that point. They were bunching a little bit earlier, and that was kind of causing them some trouble. So Coach Smith has the spacing down a little bit better now as our friend Ava Smith checks in. Let's see if Ava can't run off a half a dozen here real quick.
Good deep serve. Received. Back over. Good kill. Kaylin Nicholson got some air on that one.
All started with Ava down here in the quarter, saving what was a really tough handle. Got it back up in the air. Nice set, nice kill. See if the Britons can get on a run right now.
There's another point. Oh, sorry, my mistake. That was a point for the Scots right there. Attack error by Brent. Draws them even to 16. Oh, good reception right there on that serve. And a great kill by Chloe Weber. Watch the air she gets right here, Jim.
Look at that, huh?
And goes across her body right there.
No
doubt.
doubt.
See it out of the corner of your eye.
Yeah, amazing.
Oh, that was one of the easier points you're going to get in volleyball right there. See this service reception goes a little bit too far, and just a soft two-handed touch putting over by Alexander. Brits on the attack.
Chloe Weber says, you know what, you're getting a little too close here. It's time to put this one away. Boom.
And that's the advantage, of building an early lead like you had, that the Scots could go on a run, and still the Brits were able to withstand it, and they were able to get a tandem block right there as well. That they didn't panic as a result of that comeback. Brands and Weber on the block, and you get a timeout by the Scots. 2016, Albion closing in on set number 2, already leading 1-0.
Here we go. Got a couple more here. Sitting in Florida for real.
What's that supposed to mean?
Jeez, I don't know. Judy Wing's taking a shot at us right now. After golf this morning, watching my granddaughter and the Alma Scots playing for third place. Doesn't get much better than this. It's a beautiful day in Northport, Florida. Go Scots, Judy Wing. Well, Judy, I'll tell you, we'll have to get together later here today, I guess, huh?
We'll call an Uber and we'll be right over.
Yeah, we will. Let's see.
Real in Florida.
Madeline Greenup. Hi, I am Megan Greenup's sister, Maddie, watching from St. Louis, Michigan. You guys do a great job commentating the game. Go Scots. Well, go Scots. Even though we're Britain's fans, man, we love watching your ladies compete here today as well. They're doing a great job. And if we weren't Britain's fans, we might be Scots fans. You never can tell. How's that?
Megan ran off those 2 service aces earlier.
Yeah.
Playing tremendous today.
Kate Winters, Nana in Florida, is watching with fingers crossed. Go Brits. And let's see, I've got one last one. Nope, this is one that is somebody checking in on all your stock portfolio right now, Jimmy. And,
gotcha.
You are now a multi-gazillionaire.
All right.
That's very good news for you. How's that?
Between sets, you might have a new play-by-play guy.
Yeah, you might. Well, you really will be on the beach down there.
I'll be calling Uber
with Judy Wing here pretty soon. If those stocks keep going the way they're going right now.
That'd be one heck of an expensive Uber, though. I mean, wouldn't take long to get there.
Yeah, not at all. 20-17, the Brits on top here, as we kind of lost track of what we're here for, I guess, every now and then. But we're here to take care of you. So if you want to talk to us today, again, webcast at albion.edu. We'd love to hear from you. And
Sarah Marley goes long on that kill attempt right there. That was from about 2/3 deep in the court. Would have been a tough ask to get that one over, but she is a tremendous athlete. She could have made that one happen. And the kill by Mackenzie Smith puts an end to a serious run by the Brits. Draws the Scots closer, 21-18. Scots on serve.
Well, you have to believe right now the Scots need to turn this around. I don't think you go down 2-0 in this match here this morning and come back and win 3 straight. Could be wrong. We may be witnessing it as we go, but boy, I'm sure Coach Smith would not be happy to find herself down 2-love.
That serve goes long. And we get a substitution coming in for the Brits. That's Grace Van Doren checking in.
You have to check on Grace Van Doren how many assists she has. Now, she only needs 45 today to move into.
We might need a 5-setter to make that happen.
To move into number 1. So I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately, for her today.
Soft kill by the Brits. I believe that was Kate Winter coming from far side this time. Took something off that one. Just over the outstretched fingers of the Scots, and now the Britons are 2 points away from set number 2, up 23-19.
Grace with 6 assists right now and averaging right around 12 a contest. So, gosh, when you take a look at that, at the end of the day, she's going to be 34 or 5 or 2 assists away, unfortunately.
But look at Mariah Brenz.
Yeah.
15 assists. So, players making that impact today. Goodness gracious. Grace Van Doren's having an excellent game. But Mariah Brenz with those 15 assists really making it happen. You see 9.5 total points for Chloe Weber. Right behind her is Olivia Alexander with 8. 7.5 for Kayla Nicholson. Kate Winter has 7. And then 2.5 points for Mariah Brenz so far. And good team effort. I like the way the Britons are playing today. Hitting percentage for the most part really, really good. You see a couple players there over 300, a couple more over 200. So the Britons are doing everything offensively and defensively they need to do, and it's showing on the scoreboard so far as they're 2 points away from a second set victory.
And that, keep that name, Mariah Brenz, in the back of your mind right now for the assist leaders in the history of the school.
Yeah.
She's a freshman, okay? So if everything goes back to normal and the next 3 years stay that way, she might be right in the hunt when we talk about her 3 years from now when her senior season comes around.
Watch this deep kill right here by Mackenzie Smith. Odd angle right there, but able to hit it deep enough. Defense did not react in time. 23-20, Scots trail, but on serve.
Here you go. Hi, Jim Squared.
Ooh, there you go.
Checking in from Delray Beach, rooting on the Albion Brits. How's that? Coach Sievertson's parents, Rolf and Fran. How's that? Or Sievertson? I'm not sure exactly whether it's Sievertson or Sievertson. Severtson. Francis Hayden is the person that we're hearing from now. And down at Delray Beach. And hey, we got a new nickname now. Jim and Jim Squared. I love it, man. Oh, gosh, we're going to probably, if we start using that, we'll probably have to send the royalty money across the state here.
Yeah, somebody's always going to make money off something.
It's good to have you out there and listening right now, though.
Good kill. Unable to handle. 1 point away from victory as Kaylin Nicholson puts that one away, and the Brits on serve. 24-21. Good position to be in here as we're at set point.
Yeah.
And that one goes into the net. Marley unable to get that one over. And the Brits take set number 2, 25-21 in this battle for third place in the MIAA postseason volleyball tournament.
And you can see that, Jim, right there it goes back to my point. When the Scots today have really been on point, they have been spaced extremely well. You had two young ladies fighting for that same ball up in that left corner. Everything kind of had bunched in and lost its spread there. And I don't know who's leaving, whether we're losing a baseball team or a volleyball. I don't know who they are. Track team, but we lost a ton of Brits walking out the door right now.
Large Britain contingency, but you're right. Student athletes is my presumption as well.
Sure looked that way at least.
It's a busy Saturday up there in Albion, Michigan.
And I would agree. Probably this is the reason, more than likely, that we're playing at 10 o'clock this morning, because you do have so many sports that you're trying to deal with here today. So I would guess that for the athletic staffs of both these schools, it probably made a lot of sense to do a 10 o'clock game when everybody else, then the championship game is this afternoon at 3, and then the other consolation game tonight at 7 o'clock between Kalamazoo and Trine.
Again,
softball at noon today for the Lady Brits. So there you go. Mr. Richard chimes in from
possible that was part of the contingency that just left too.
Could very easily have been a softball team that walked out the door. Couldn't. But all the masks and everything is kind of hard to tell anymore. But again, if you'd like to chime in, you can do that right now. Webcast at albion.edu. And we really appreciate all the folks that have checked in with us here so far this morning. As we do our last game from Florida, we will
have to head back home soon.
Yeah, you can only stay down here for so long. We would have been normally, we're on our normal break right now. So we were down in Florida when they decided to play volleyball in the spring, and we just decided to do these remotely like this. So we appreciate Marissa Smigo and her crew setting up the stream for us today. Webcast at albion.edu, and all the other folks up at Albion that are. I guess it was really cold up there, I guess, this week, Jim. And it's hard to imagine when you're sitting down here on the beach like we are.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough when the weather gets nasty like that. I wouldn't know anything about it. Being down here in Florida.
And I'm not giving this ball back. That kid he threw it at us. I mean, it really was not a situation where it just bounced over like that. It was thrown, I believe.
No, it was menacing, too.
It was.
It was menacing.
A big, heavy ball like that one, if it hits you in the head, there could be a concussion involved.
Grade 2, yeah. You could be out for 6 to 8 weeks.
It could be a tough situation all the way around, no doubt.
beach ball. No laughing matter.
It is not at all.
That's why we kept it.
Well, we weren't wearing helmets because we didn't expect something like that.
Of course not.
And these headsets they're protective, but they're not, it's not like having a motorcycle helmet on or anything. Opening up set number 3 here. Let's see if the Brits can put this one away or whether there's a whole lot in these Scots that just doesn't want to go home and call it a year.
I think you're going to see a fired-up Scots team here in set number 3. As Alexander hits that one long. Scots on serve up 1-0. That set right there by Van Dorn. A little bit too close to the net. And a nice kill coming back at you by Mikowski.
And again, you notice the Albion team all of a sudden, spacing was so good. Now look, kind of bunched together. That one hits in the wrong spot, and there's just really nobody there that can deal with it.
Good start to this third set by the Scots.
I think a lot of people lose track of how these plays are actually run here. If you notice, Kate Winters started at the top of your screen there, came all the way down to the bottom. Ball never came her way, but you've got to keep an eye on Winter because if she's running and trying to get set somewhere, and all of a sudden you've got something coming your way that's going to be coming quick and hard. And so you watch her, you watch Kate for a minute, and the ball goes the opposite direction for the point.
Gotta love the lateral quickness by the Brits too. Setting up those tandem block opportunities this one needs to get across. But the way they're motioning from side to side as quickly as they are and getting set. Took something off that one.
It's definitely not the game that we get involved in the afternoons here on the beach. It just isn't, really isn't. But again, the ladies over at the senior center, they do as well as they can with me. I mean, I'm an older fellow,
they're
so I
still competitive.
They are, They are.
Kate Winter with the kill right there. There's some fire in the eyes of some of those ladies.
That's why I like playing volleyball with them.
As long as I'm not late for dinner. Brits trail 3-2 here in set number 3 after winning the first 2 sets. That one was received by Van Dorn with her shoulder right there. So they say that, I think they say that there was an attack error right there, and Mackenzie Smith might have been in the net. Good low serve. All of a sudden, the wheels are kind of coming off for the Scots, Jim.
That's what we need right now. All of us Britain fans would like to wrap this one up in 3 today, no doubt about that. Don't give the Scots any hope. No pun intended.
Right. I was trying to work Calvin into that, but
yeah,
there's no dual word opportunity for it. Dig. Good block. Good defense, both squads on this point. And that kill goes into the net.
A couple ways to look at this thing. You're down 2 sets to 0 at this point in time, but you're at the end of the year too. This is it. When this one's over, the season is done. So if you want to prolong it at all, then you need to win this one if you're at Lady Scott at this point in time. And they're playing hard, trying to make that happen.
Good kill right there by Mackenzie Smith. Draws the Scots back within 1, 5-4. They trail, but they're on serve.
Again, webcast at albion.edu if you'd like to talk to us. If you're in Florida with us right now, maybe we can set up a dinner date later, especially if you're buying, right, Jim? I mean,
always. I rarely say no to a free man. That kill goes long. Just no escargot, please.
Yeah. So everything locked up again at 5.
That serve gives the point right back to the Brits. Now the Brits lead 6-5. Serve goes out near side.
You know, when you take a look at these games, then you look at the games that the Brits played the other night against Hope. You know, 25-18, 25-21. Very similar to the scores in that Brits-Hope game the other night. So not seeing the game, it had to be every bit as competitive as what we're seeing.
Yeah, I think that both of those teams, they both, Calvin and Hope, both came out with 3-set victories, but I think they found the sledding a little bit tough in both cases.
It's part of the reason I enjoy this conference so much. There is such great competition between all these teams and all these programs. It really is just a lot of fun to watch, no matter what the sport is in the MIAA. You know you're going to get a good game, whatever it is, each and every time you go out.
Yeah, and you like to talk about, rivalry matchups, but a lot of these squads are so evenly matched that it's hard to pinpoint, the rivalries, the friendly versus the maybe not so friendly rivalries. I would argue that in volleyball especially, these two schools, not traditional rivals, Alma and Albion, but man, they're so evenly matched that, it's a good rivalry.
Yeah, it really is. Monica Shuck checking in right now. Congrats to the coach on her 100 wins, and congrats to the team on an amazing season. And I'll tell you what, this has had to been a difficult season for everybody.
Yeah, it's something, not only put your name in the record books, 100 victories and all that, but to do it in a COVID time where your players are having to wear masks, you're playing volleyball in the spring, you're having truncated seasons and all of that, and just making the best of it. Love the opportunity to sit down with Coach at some point and just kind of debrief about the whole season and what this whole experience has been like from her perspective and from the players' perspective as well.
Monica was a member of the 15 to 18 teams here. Actually graduated in 19 and a 19 alum. Love watching every game this season. We love bringing them to you, even though it was a little bit unusual, I would say, for us even this year. Next, we promise this fall we'll be back to normal. How's that? As long as we can get all the sand that we've collected right now, out of our unis.
Well, there's plenty of time.
Yeah. Rich with a couple-point lead right now, hoping to end this at 3 today.
Nice kill going deep in the backcourt right there. That was Weber. Brits back on serve. There's a kill coming back at you by Michalski. Going cross court.
Yeah, don't even get me started on these masks. How in the world do you play volleyball and basketball in a mask? I just do not understand how that can happen, but kudos to them. All the athletes made it happen this year.
And you'd look for things like, sacrificing quality of play and, do they get fatigued faster and all that, but no, they don't.
No, they don't. Oh, to be 20 years old again, I guess is all I can say, huh? I got fatigued faster, and I'm not even wearing a mask right now.
Well, you're frantically waving for your snack.
Yeah, well, I need to get that over here. Just a light snack, though, because I'm hoping to get in the water soon.
30-minute rule. 12-10, Britons ahead by 2. Good job using forearm right there to keep that ball in play. Winter goes deep to take something off that one. Good dig.
Wow.
Kaylin Nicholson right there.
Another competitive set. Neither team wanted to give that one in.
At about the midway point of this third set, 13-10 Brits lead. Go on a little run here, you can almost put this one away. Good dig. And a good kill. Olivia Alexander on that one to make it 14-10. Coming from far side. That one block worked somewhat, but took that ball way out of play.
Take a look at these two teams. They're going to have a number of familiar faces back here this fall. If you look at the Alma team, a very young team. Haley Novak is a senior, and the only other senior on the team is Bailey Cantrell. And so they're only going to lose 2 players off of a team that is dominated with freshmen and sophomores, a couple of juniors.
Yeah, very young team.
And the Britons really in the same boat relatively. I mean, you're going to lose 3 very solid seniors.
Potentially, anyway.
Yes, as far as we know. But, you know, whatever might happen, might happen. But you take a look at this team again, still a little more upperclassmen to it, but several freshmen on this team. They're going to mature in the next couple months when they get ready for the next season. It's going to be fun to see how they all compete, Jim. Having played now in the spring, how does that affect all of these fall teams when they go back into their regular fall season? Knock on wood, at this moment, it appears that you know, most of these teams have gotten out of this without any serious injuries.
Yes.
To any of their starting players, and that's the important part. So if you get out, assuming that you get out healthy, and now you turn it around in just a couple of months, does that help or does that hinder when it comes time to start playing volleyball again in the fall?
Well, certainly a different kind of conditioning. You know, normally you're just going through, I would assume you're just going through regular conditioning, but now you're not only doing your conditioning, but you're already playing at game speed. So now you have to kind of decelerate, and then you have to, a few months down the road, have to accelerate again. So I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, you're doing the best you can given the cards you dealt, and they've had a really good season. Playing for third place, up 2-0, looking to try to close this out in 3 straight. And then you take a little bit of a breather, then you'll be right back at it again.
And it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Don't forget there is a football game this afternoon if you're a Brits fan, and the Brits football team can wrap up the championship in the MIAA this afternoon with a win at Olivet.
So that would make, I guess, technically a perfect season.
Yeah, it would.
Albeit 3 games.
3-0, yeah.
But, I mean, the presidents got together and they decided that they would count this as a conference championship, and every other team has lost at least 1 game. So if the Britons can get it done on the road today, they are the MIAA 2021 champions.
And it really is going to be interesting in that particular sport to see how everybody turns around. And did Hope do a smart thing, or was Hope unwise to take the entire season off when you get to that point? Again, it was Kalamazoo and Alma wise to step away when they did? Those are all storylines that we will tell in just a few months when we get back and start playing football again.
St. Mary's, Indiana, also, as far as conference play goes, stepped away for the entire volleyball season. So,
yeah,
we'll see what impact. Ooh, lost her footing right there. Going for the kill, and the ball was set in the wrong place, but young lady also lost her footing right there. You can see them kind of cleaning up the floor.
And I'm not sure that whether she slipped on some moisture that was there, or because the ball was heading in a direction that she wasn't set up to hit and was trying to make that last second change, she just lost her footing.
block.
That was Mackenzie Smith, I believe, that hit the floor. Looks like she's okay. Again, to be 20 years old, again, it's a little more, a little more flexible, and recovery time's a little less for them to be able to come around and make that happen.
Cameron Haley on serve, and the Scots unable to get that one back over. And we get another timeout on the floor as the Scots see this one slipping away, Jim. 21-12, only 4 points from victory.
And I have men's lacrosse coach wife, Angie DeCola, on the Zoomcast conversation with us right now. Says, great announcing on the volleyball match today. That was the Albion men's lacrosse team watching the game who left after the second set. They have light practice at 11. Head up to Calvin today at 3 for a 7 o'clock game to secure their first place MIAA finish.
All right.
With their win against Hope last week, they are the only undefeated team in the conference. So
they're getting it done.
Yeah, I appreciate your pointing that out to us today, Angie, as well. And hopefully one of these days we'll get a chance to do a lacrosse game or two. That was something that Matt Aaron said to us at one point in time. Says, do you know anything about lacrosse? And you know, the answer that we always have is, you bet. You know, whenever Matt asks, we say, you bet. We can do lacrosse. You just let us know. Angie, we may need your help. You may have to be our color commentator to get us over the hump there a little bit with lacrosse. But doggone it, we'd love to do some Albion lacrosse, because that is a powerhouse team in this conference.
Yeah, here's what I know about the Britons lacrosse team. I follow the Albion Athletics Twitter feed. There's a great kill on a pass right there. Watch this one go to the deep corner by the libero. Just tremendous placement right there by Cameron Haley. Here's what I know about the men's lacrosse team. Offense, offense, offense.
Yeah.
You follow the Twitter feed of Albion Athletics, and you see some of the scores of some of those matchups. They're putting up 20 a night.
Yeah.
And that's just unreal.
We would love to try our hand at lacrosse. Just give us a
fun.
shot here one of these days, Matt, and we'll make her happen for you. How's that?
That would be fun.
And we'll even do it from Albion, or we'll do it from Florida if we need to. How's that? We don't care. But yeah, we really do appreciate that, and I appreciate the comment, and good luck to the Brits here today to wrap up that perfect season here today.
Best of luck to those young men. Yeah, 20-some a night is what they're putting up.
I'd have to go back over and take a look and see what all is going on today before we end up calling this a day.
2 points from victory for the Brits, Jim. Brins with an offensive opportunity here. Kill attempt on the set. Nice dig. That one goes out. 1 point from victory.
There we go.
See the bad set by Fisher. 24-13, match point. Ava Smith on serve. Good low serve. Whoa, good kill. They're not done yet. Mackenzie Smith says there's no final next to that score yet.
Not quite ready to call this one a day. Let's see, looking through here to see what's going on. We got a ton of games today. Saturday we have a baseball game against Trine today at 1 o'clock, and also again tomorrow, a doubleheader tomorrow with Trine, it looks like.
Another kill right there. This one by Sarah Marley, cutting the lead to 9, 24-15. Scott's still on serve. You can see that student contingency, Jim, right by the doors back there.
Yeah.
There it is. Brits take care of business as Mariah Brenz puts an end to that run by the Scots and brings a conclusion to this matchup, a 3-set sweep by the Brits.
Good job by the Brits here this afternoon. And take a look real quick as well. The softball team is actually They'll start here at noon today against Alma, so a noon and a 2 o'clock game today for the Lady Brits in the softball season here today, and then again the football game this afternoon with Olivet at 1 o'clock as we wrap up our broadcast here on the beach. I'm taking this home with me, you little booger. That's what you get for trying to hit us with that thing. How's that? That's the way that it works. What a game and what a season, and the Brits end up number 3 now in the MIAA for the year. And congratulations to the Brits, a good season. They win today 25-18, 25-21, 25-15, and congratulations to Alma too. It was a hard-fought victory again today against those Alma Scots. Yeah,
great opponent. Sarah Marley, tremendous athlete. She's going to be a force for that. We're going to be calling her name again for sure.
Oh, I think so. Britons did a good job today. Mariah Brenz had 18 assists here this morning in that game. What a good situation. You take a look at some of the final stats here today.
Van Dorn ended up with 12. Didn't quite get 45.
Yeah, well, but doggone it,
a little bit short.
Ends up number 2 in assists all time for the Britons, for the Lady Britons, and congratulations. And it was a whole lot of fun to be able to watch Grace play volleyball in the time that we actually got a chance to deal with. Good situation all the way around. Look at the points over there. 11 today for Nicholson today. 12.5 for Chloe Weber, 12 for Olivia Alexander, and that is going to be part of the nucleus that will go forward once we get going again here in the fall.
Well, I guess that wraps it up for this volleyball season covering on the Britain Sports Network. So for Ken Rieker and Jim Funderburg, I'm Jim Bellamy saying thank you to the folks at Albion College for their hospitality, providing us the feed, and thanks for the wonderful accommodations here in sunny Florida as well. We'll miss the beach when we have to head back up north, but it has been fun.
Oh, it has been fun, and you can tell there's a little tan in both the and this is the hair's all kind of fraggled right now because it's time to go hit the water.
Yep.
I will have my cap on though when I hit. I've got my Albion swim cap that I wear out there, when I get into the water, and I will have all my suntan lotion on me as well.
But it is the ocean after all.
It is the ocean, so you have to get out there and deal with that. But it was a fun year, and I wish we could do the football game this afternoon. Unfortunately, we'll not, but we'll be ready for the fall sports again.
I'm sure going to be tuned into it, though.
I will be tuned into it as well.
Good luck to Coach Buer and the football team today. Good luck to all the Britain sports teams today. Men's lacrosse going for the undefeated season. Softball playing a double dip. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go out on the limb right now and go Lady Dutch today. How's that? I'd love to see Hope bounce Calvin here this afternoon. It looks like we have one more conversation maybe we can have before it's all over and done with. The Marleys. Ruth Marley checks in here today. Disappointed with the results, but wanted to say thank you for all your efforts. We appreciate your excellent broadcasting. Well, Steve and Ruth, we appreciated the effort that your daughter and that team put out
tremendous
today.
Athlete.
It was a whole lot of fun, and again, a great season. It was a lot of fun to be able to get to know you guys. And one of these days when we're at the Kresge Center next year, if you're in, swing by and see the gym squared and tell us who you are. How's that? Because we'd love to meet you and get to put a face to a email that we've been able to deal with for the last couple times.
Didn't realize that we were going to step into a family squabble there either. The more talented brother.
Yeah, I hope that Thunder Dan and you guys can.
Right?
Yeah, I hope you and Thunder Dan can get everything going before the holidays and get that all fixed. And we hope we didn't put a wedge too far amongst the Marley family here.
Anything.
Yeah, it really wasn't our fault. Yeah, it was the brothers.
It was
the brothers who were doing it all. I think entirely.
Oil and water sometimes, but that's what that's love right there. Taking a cheap shot at your brother.
Exactly. That'll do it for us today here on the Britain Sports Network. Thanks to everybody for being part of this thing. Jim, why don't you take us home, buddy?
All right. For Jim Funderburg and Ken Rieker, I'm Jim Bellamy. Thank you to the staff at Albion College for their feed and for their hospitality. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Go Brits.